Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the Kennesaw State Owls taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hokies will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Balkinson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense takes the field. Here he comes. It's any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty. A bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 miles, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And the Hokies have their offense in high gear. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Kennesaw State right back to work. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Aurora. And the returner will be brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Gives it to the back on the draw. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
To the ground with the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. And it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Gain of 31 on the play. Good enough for first down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're getting this guy lathered up. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hands it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the defense knew exactly where that a little trickeration looking to throw. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's 3rd and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the 4th down.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. On the move, it's Slater. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. We've got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Handoff from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Kennesaw State.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They want to. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Brings up second down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a crease. It's Slater. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll toss it to the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they control the middle of the field. But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. And the fake works if he can get the first.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. The coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it into the up back, completing the pass.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. The give to the fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
And it's no good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
First down for the offense.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Brings up second down.
Off the play fake. Got the quick pass.
Second down.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively.
Brought down.
Nice, you got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
At midfield, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To give to the big fullback. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Hokies are flying down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down?
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The run to the left. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Man, and he shows some hop. They fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that one. Trying to get behind the defense. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? Running back searching for a hole. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3. And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to the sticks? He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Timing is everything, and the timing of that fake punt call was perfect, and it winds up being a touchdown. You'll line up for a punt, and instead of kicking it away, instead, you can kick an extra point, a touchdown off the fake.
And, Reese, I don't think you call this play unless you know what you're getting from the defense. Otherwise, you keep the offense on the field. You know the look you're going to get. You know they're going to be aggressive. You take advantage of it. You surprise them, and you get the big play from your offense.
And the returner is stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. This has been a complete effort from this Hokie defense up front, making guys like Bruce Smith proud. Secondary playing like they've got a team full of Fullers back there. It has been a great performance.
Dominating performance. And mentioning names like that, it just tells you how great their tradition is at Virginia Tech. And this defense, they're building on it. They're living up to it.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Kennesaw State right back to work. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw it again. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. He'll pitch it. Got a lot of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. The ball pops out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The offense set for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He finds his man. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the quick shuffle pass. And he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
That's reeled in. It's Aurora. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hokies. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season. He'll set up to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.